Well, I went to the thrift store and I picked up an old keyboard, and I'm thinking of what to do with it. And I figure since I use iTunes a lot, I might as well make like a little iPod dock so I can sync my iPod with it just on the keyboard. So today I'm gonna do that and try to get an iPod dock working with a computer with just an iPod, a keyboard, and an iPod cable. So I think I'm gonna cut it right there so my iPod can stand right there instead of like over here or something. I just, for some reason, like it just right above the eMachines logo. So I'll get out my Dremel and my safety glasses and start working on that. So after my first video, I realized that the camera angle's wrong and I didn't get pretty much anything on video. So this time I'm gonna try to recreate it with more detail and more video. And so we're gonna start off by taking apart our Apple cable. It just makes it easier to fit through the hole and fit into a keyboard. Okay, so first of all, there's like little line in between the cable and the dock connector on the cable, and you need an X-Acto knife or another blade. You just stick it in there and kind of wiggle it back and forth, and then if you press from the back with the cable, it might pop up or it might not, but actually the easier way is to just kind of wiggle sideways with the cable or with the X-Acto knife, and it pops out a little thing. And so if you pull on that, you can remove it, and it's just a little piece of plastic. And it might depend on your cable and how worn out it is, but either the dock connector should just pop right out, or you might have to push from the back or cut the cable out or something. You shouldn't have to cut the cable all the way off, but if you really had to, you can just Dremel like right here, not very far in, but just enough to cut the plastic, and then you should be able to slide it off, or slide it down and off. So when that's finished, it's actually pretty easy to use this or your cable, if you cut that off, and trace it with like a Sharpie or whatever onto your keyboard, so it makes it easier to cut. And so I realized I also didn't have a lot of video of me cutting the thing. So pretty much after you trace it, you are going to, here, wait, let me get some tape so it makes it easier. So this is just guesstimating, but pretty much you're gonna have a little oval. And once you have that, then you just cut that out with a Dremel. Actually, it's really easier to get a drill bit and drill the very edges out, the rounded edges, and just cut between and cut the lines out between that, and then it should just pop out. It makes it really easy. So I'm just gonna cut out this example. Find my safety glasses, and here goes. And then, you know, if you had the edges drilled out, it would just pop right out. So that's pretty easy, but it really helps to have a fan next to you when you're working, because the burnt plastic fumes are really bad and they aren't that good for you either. So you pretty much just cut that out and make sure your cable fits through. If this cable were all the way finished, and just stick it through. And I don't know, for mine I liked it having the little clip over the dock connector because it just made it look more finished, but that's just me. But pretty much you just do that and do it into your keyboard. I did it with a floppy disk because that's what I had on hand, some plastic, and that it's really easy. And you just stick the cable through, hot glue it down, and route it out the back of your keyboard, and that's it. That's all there is to it.